who's heard about YPN? Who wants to know more information? Who thinks they may be too old for YPN? Well, there's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about today. We have the wonderful Tamara Savinsky from Remax Beach Cities. She's going to talk about YPN updates today. So let's welcome her.
Thanks, Kevin. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here. Traffic was very fun for Manhattan Beach this morning, let me tell you. But I made it. That's the good news. Okay, so I think that the PowerPoint's coming on right now. Let me just get a feel for the audience in the meantime. How many of you have been in the business a year or less? Do we have anyone in the room? A few shy hands being raised? Oh, okay, awesome. How about between 1 and 5 years? 5 to 10? 10 to 20? Over 20 years. Okay, all right. Congratulations. I was actually licensed in 2005, January of 2005, and I'm a third generation realtor. And I know for those of you in the room that raised your hand for 20 or more, you've seen the business change pretty substantially. I think there used to be a day where I should say you, because I wasn't a part of it, where you guarded the MLS books and you had the proprietary information. You were the gatekeeper of all the information. And now things have changed dramatically. The consumers are different. The Gen X and Gen Ys are very, very different. And I think we have an opportunity for all of us to together learn from each other. So I know as a younger realtor, I'm 34 years old, I have the opportunity to learn from my mentor agents that have been in business a very long time. And in exchange, they're able to learn from me a little bit about my generation and whether I'm maybe a certain way or not. My sister and I are 7 years apart, and she and I are dramatically different. She and I are totally different. She completely text messages all the time. If I show a friend of hers a property, they're in the car texting each other and not even communicating with me. I have no idea what they're even talking about, but they're commenting on the houses. So obviously things have changed, and YPN is called the Young Professionals Network, and it's a targeted group to embrace the under 40 crowd. That's the target, and the reason why is a lot of younger realtors that start in the business, they're kind of flailing around. They're not really sure where their place is. They don't really know how to embrace the industry. So that's the target. However, we know that there's an opportunity for YPN to not just be young, but you can also take the Y and make it you. Because if you feel like you want to be a part of the YPN group, we want you there. We want you to be a part of it because we have an opportunity to bridge generational gaps. So, did you know that there are 77 million baby boomers? And only 46 million to replace the current workforce. The average age of a realtor is 52. 24% of the current realtors are Gen X and Gen Y. And 58% of the realtors are exiting.
Good.
Well, there's a couple sides to that story, right? So this is why YPN started. We know that we have a changing demographic. And it was initially inspired by the 30 Under 30 magazine that comes out once a year with Realtor.org. And we wanted to give younger members a voice and link to industry. So this is an initiative by Realtor magazine about 6 or 7 years ago. They wanted to encourage the younger realtors to participate in the association level, not just to be out there selling real estate, not knowing what they're doing, but to get involved in the association, to take classes, and to bring professionalism to the industry. We also need to groom future leaders. So the YPN mission statement, and this is the National Association of Realtors YPN mission statement. YPN helps young real estate professionals excel in their careers by giving them the tools and encouragement to become involved in 4 core areas. And the first is the Realtor Association. So we're all here at your association right now. May I ask who serves on a committee? Okay, so we have a lot of people in the room that are very active at the association. And another initiative for YPN is to get some of the younger realtors involved in the association to serve on the committees and bring fresh ideas. So we encourage our realtors to attend conferences, join committees, pursue leadership roles in local, state, and the National Association of Realtors. Within the real estate industry, we want to provide and attend education events. Some of the events are different and fresh and bring a new perspective, so it's not the same old type of classes we've always heard, but something that some of the Gen X and Gen Ys may have to bring to the table that's a little bit different, that helps us understand the consumer as well. So we want our young realtors to also gain insight and take active roles in policy discussions and advocacy issues. We want everyone to be informed about the latest industry news and trends. So with peers, we have an opportunity to network and learn from one another through participation. And that's not just young to young. That's young to veteran and veteran back to young. So I like to also say young and young at heart. Mentoring opportunities, cross-mentoring, 360-degree mentoring. Certainly we can bridge generational gaps by learning from each other. Community. We also know that a big part of our job is creating communities. Every time we sell a house, a townhome, a condo, and we get our neighbors and our clients involved in community, we're helping build it. So we definitely encourage realtors and YPN members to become exceptional members of the community and to bring professionalism to the industry. A lot of YPNs have volunteered for several amazing causes: Habitat for Humanity builds, RPAC, the Realtor Action Fund, so giving political funds so that we can survive, so our industry can survive the storm that we have coming. Does everyone know about the mortgage interest deduction and what's coming down the pipelines and how hard we have to fight for that? It's a big deal. And we want to engage not just the veteran agents that have been in the business 20 years or more, but the agents that have been in the business 1 year or that are the younger demographic to get involved now, to participate, to call on the red alerts, to call on the call to actions, to give to the Realtor Action Fund, all of the things that will help our business thrive. Also, some YPNs have given to scholarship funds, and I know, Kevin, you guys just participated in the SoCal YPN Mega Mixer. There was a mixer in Pasadena a couple weeks ago, which had 12 different YPNs throughout Southern California network. There were about 300 agents there networking, and they raised an excess. They had enough money that they had an excess amount of funds, and they just gave it to the Education Foundation at the California Association of Realtors. So they gave about $1,800 back to realtors. Pretty awesome. And so for those of you that aren't aware what the Education Foundation is, right now the coffers are low, the funds are low, they're in fundraising mode, heavy fundraising mode. But maybe some of you around the room were able to take advantage of the foundation last year and earn a designation and get reimbursed for it. Did anybody get to take advantage of that program? Well, it's going to be coming back, but we need to fundraise for it in the meantime. So pretty awesome that YPN is contributing to help realtors get more professional with designations. So YPN, at the local level, we currently have 134 networks throughout the United States. And they used to be called chapters. They're no longer called chapters because the National Association of Realtors legal team decided that YPN is not actually a chapter of the National Association, although it's a larger part of the committee structure. Each YPN, for example, your YPN here, with Kevin and Kelly in charge, they're part of your association. So we have 134 associations participating in YPN. And I would like to give you a round of applause because you are an official network and you are officially participating in this nationwide call. So it's pretty awesome. We have 8,700 registered members, but let me tell you, that number is not quite accurate. We know that there's some database challenges right now. There are definitely more YPNers than that. In fact, in New Orleans at the National Association of Realtors, we had 600 alone just attend events. So we know the group is big. YPN is in 43 states nationwide. And what it offers the members, we've talked a little bit about this, there's annual leadership training. So this year they're talking about sending the YPN chairs from the different networks to Chicago for an annual leadership retreat. So hopefully they'll put that on again this year and hopefully your YPN leader can attend that. Also,